Hey everyone, hello and welcome to the Gallivanting Soul. Today I am not gallivanting but coming to you from the comforts of my own home. Well, on the onset, let me wish you all a very happy new year, and I hope this year brings a lot of good things for all of us. The last 2 years have been extremely challenging because of the pandemic. Well, last year, 2021 saw us go through another wave, and with so many travel restrictions once things were improved. But I decided to stay put and explore my own backyard, my own home state. But more on that when I come back in a bit. For now, let's start off with how my year began. Well, I started my year, at the end of December. I went off to Goa to spend New Year's with my family. Since, we hadn't had a summer vacation due to the pandemic, we decided to have a nice family vacation together in Goa. And, well, 1 week went by in a flash. I mean, I don't even know how the week passed by, but it was an amazing road trip, and we went exploring some of the regular sites, and then we also discovered some of the new places, which we hadn't explored on our numerous trips earlier. And Goa is beautiful during Christmas week. We left just 2 days after Christmas, and the whole place was lit up so beautifully with all the Christmas lights. It just felt so festive. So that was a perfect way to start off my year, with my family in Goa. So it was a good start to January 2021. Well, end of Jan with, seeing some fresh snowfall predictions had me plan an impromptu trip to Kashmir. And, I had seen snowfall twice earlier before in Kashmir, but I think, just seeing that the Dal Lake had frozen after 30 long years, that was enough for me to just, book a ticket and head off to the valley. So I went off and spent 10 days in absolute bone-chilling conditions. I have never felt so cold before, but it was an amazing trip, and it was a whole new experience.
This is a Sopore fruit mandi, and currently there's not much activity happening around because it's not really, apple season. Oh, there we have an apple here. So Babar has brought me back here to Chattarnar forest. I hope I pronounced that right.
No, Chattarnar.
Chattarnar. It's time for me to say goodbye now to Bandipora, and Babar and I are here at the Wular vantage point. Here I am at the beautiful Betaab valley. That's the valley down there. And normally it's like lush green in the summer months and in spring. I've been here in spring, so this is the first time I'm seeing it completely covered in snow. And just look at the views over here. Today is a clear day, so it's really beautiful. The skies are absolutely blue. So here I've reached the Aharbal waterfall. Trust me, it was the most treacherous time getting here. And would I do this again in winter? Definitely no. Even though the views are spectacular, this place is so beautiful, but getting here in winter is quite a challenge. The roads were bad. We skid quite a few times. The car had a little small accident. I had to get off and push the car a couple of times. But I definitely wouldn't want to do this again in winter. Not in winter for sure. Good morning, and I'm back at Drung for the third time, and finally I get to see what I've been craving to see, and that is to see part of this waterfall frozen.
So after I stayed for about a week to 10 days in Kashmir, I then came to Chandigarh, where my daughter joined me on the second leg of my journey. And we spent the day exploring the beautiful rock garden. And I didn't really shoot a vlog there because I had been there just the year earlier, and I had already covered a vlog from there. So I decided to just spend time enjoying my day with my daughter and showing her the beautiful rock garden. And by evening, we headed off to Kalka, where I spent the night in a hotel. And early next morning, we caught the Kalka Shimla mountain railway train. So I was heading back to Himachal after, I think, 14 years. I'd been there just once back in 2007. And this trip was more about the journey. I mean, I have put that place on my bucket list to do that rail journey back then when I had first visited. So I was really excited to do the mountain train ride, and it was beautiful. I mean, I don't know how the 6 hours went, but it was completely worth the trip. So we reached Shimla. We spent the day exploring the Mall Road and just chilling and eating and passing our time on the Mall Road. And by evening we moved towards Naldera, where I was staying at Club Mahindra, a beautiful resort at this hill town which is about 30 kilometers away from Shimla. So we were staying in Naldera for a couple of days. I explored Naldera, went to the golf course, and one of the other days I went down to Tatapani. I mean, I didn't really know too much about this place. I wish I had done some more research, but then because my trip was so sudden planned, I didn't have time, and my daughter took care of the Himachal side of the travel arrangements, and she came up with Tatapani, and it was a beautiful place. I mean, going to those hot water springs, and it was my second experience actually having a bath in hot water springs after New Zealand. So it was an amazing trip. After that, we came back towards Kandaghat, spent the last night there, and we got some more fresh snowfall the day we were leaving and heading back towards Chandigarh. So my daughter got to experience snowfall. And so that part of Himachal, it was a lovely trip, and we really enjoyed those few days together. And it was back to Mumbai, and then a week later, I mean, my childhood friends were waiting for me to return back from Kashmir, because they were constantly in touch with me, and they planned a short reunion to Saputara, which is a small hill station at the Maharashtra-Gujarat border. So it's like about 4 or 5 hours drive from Bombay. And I spent a lovely short weekend, which was the Valentine's Day weekend, with my childhood friends. We've been together since second or third standard. And so that was a lovely weekend. Post that, we went in for another lockdown. So I was, I had some home renovations also going on, which started around Feb. So I just decided to stay put. And then the second wave came. Post the second wave, I decided to just explore my own home state, because there were so many travel restrictions and test and RT-PCR, and I just didn't want to put myself through the torture of going through so many tests. So I decided to, and as a safety precaution also, I wanted to explore my own home state, which is Maharashtra, and the main reason was I had missed the monsoons the previous year, which is actually my favorite season of the year. So having missed the monsoons, I decided to make up for it this year. I said 2021, I said okay, the monsoons, I'm going to make the most of it, because I missed it the previous year due to lockdowns. And honestly, I had the most amazing time. Almost every week I was out into green areas, just enjoying the lush green landscapes. I mean, the Maharashtra is known to come alive during the monsoon, and I had a brilliant time. I mean, I think this was one of the best monsoons, because I really kind of, I would say it was like just, I just went on a ravage, just going on numerous trips every week, almost every week, every second week. I was out. I also did a trek, and it was lovely. So that was entire monsoon.
I've just been driving through the forest, and honestly I couldn't stop and vlog anywhere because it's been pouring, and now it's come down to a drizzle. So now en route I'm just stopping at whatever points I can find, and I think sometimes you just need to go off the regular road and go without a plan, and I think that's what I'm loving so much about my trip today, just going with the flow. With the flow.
So after making numerous short day trips, close, just days where I could just drive down for a few hours, enjoy the greenery, enjoy the place and come back, I finally, in the month of October, I decided to do an overnight trip, and I went to two places, that was Jawar and Silvassa. And since they are so close, Silvassa is barely 60 kilometers from Jawar, and Jawar I had been itching to go back to ever since I first went in 2013. So, because it's just so green and so beautiful. So, I did an overnight trip. That was my first overnight trip since February. So, yeah, it was a very long wait. But it was a fun trip, and yeah, I mean, just going exploring both those places. It was a bit hectic, but completely worth it.
I am on a recently made jetty here a few years ago, and this is on the Dudni Lake, which is close to Silvassa.
Well, come October end, and I was itching to head back to my favorite place. And well, those who know me and know which is my favorite place will know what I'm referring to. But I was really keen, but just the thought of undergoing all those stress and RT-PCRs and I was still kind of not sure whether I would do the trip. But finally I decided to push my fears and my anxiety aside and just go ahead and book the tickets. And again, it was another impromptu trip, and 48 hours later I was back in my favorite place to enjoy a completely new season. I mean, it was just unbelievable. But I'm still not going to tell you which place it is. Those who have been following me on social media would know which place I'm referring to and would have seen my live updates and stories. But I guess you'll have to wait a little while more because my editing has been delayed due to, once I got back and I had a little sprained back problem, so I wasn't able to sit and work. And then came Christmas and I've been tied up. So finally I'm going to get cracking on my new season. But till then you'll have to wait just a little while more before I disclose the place. But it was amazing. It was a dream come true to finally see autumn in all its colors. I mean, I am still, sort of living those memories, as I keep looking at pictures and clips. And I think now autumn has become another favorite season of mine. I mean, I've always seen it in pictures, but seeing it for myself was a complete different high. So yeah, that was the last trip of the year, and well, it kind of ended on a high note. And this year again, I don't know. Now again, there are so many restrictions. So I waited it out during the first 2 waves, and I guess I'm going to wait it out now. For now, I mean, I have a lot of work to do, editing and stuff like that. So that's going to keep me busy before I decide to make any trip, I think. And even if I do travel, I'll probably look at again, short day trips or something close by, or explore my own city, during the day. But there are restrictions coming in again everywhere, so I don't know right now. And well, we went through the earlier tides, and we got to accept a lot of things and adjust and adapt, and that's what I'm going to do in 2022. And I hope things improve, and we can all get back to our normal lives as soon as possible, and I can get back to gallivanting. So yeah, I'm very hopeful and keeping my fingers crossed, because I do have some tentative plans to make, but I'm not doing anything right now because it's all just wait and watch situation. So let's see what happens. So well, this is a wrap for me from my 2021, and I am hopeful for this year as well. And well, if you haven't yet subscribed, I think now would be a good time, because trust me, I have a whole new season coming up, and there's a lot of adventure and excitement from my last trip. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Well, I hope you enjoyed the recap to my 2021, and I'm going to leave a link to all the vlogs from 2021 in the description box, so do feel free to check out those videos if you haven't yet seen them already. And yeah, there are quite a few of the monsoon ones, so I'll probably just leave a link to the monsoon playlist, which is completely from 2021. So yeah, look out for the description box and with all those links, and do give me your feedback and let me know. That's it from me. It's a wrap for 2021. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I will see you soon Till then, don't forget to hit the like button. Okay, that's very important. So, well, this is the Gallivanting Soul signing off from Mumbai in my home. I will see you all very soon. So, stay tuned, stay connected, and most importantly, stay safe, everyone. Wishing you all once again a very, very happy new year and best wishes for the year ahead. Take care. Cheers. Bye bye.